Hey guys, what is up? It is me, Pagey, here once again with another video on The Flash Season 6, and they released a new trailer for The Flash Season 6, which is of course very exciting, so let's just watch that trailer right now.
I saw billions of possible futures, billions of deaths.
We've got to stop you from vanishing.
So what do we do first?
Welcome to a world where anything can and probably will happen.
We can still change the future.
Welcome to Earth 1.
Oh, great. Another angry one.
I have to prepare the team for this crisis.
The Flash, Tuesday, October 8th. Stream free next day only on the CW app.
So, wow, first off, what a trailer. It was very good. It contained a good amount of stuff to talk about. Now, we might get another trailer, an extended one. It could be out by the time this video comes out. It could come out tomorrow. If there's anything new in there worth covering, I will, but I'm not expecting too much. But this could be the last trailer we get before the new season starts. I'm not saying there will be an extended one, but if there is, you know, just keep your eyes out for it, I guess. So, yeah. But of course, throughout the video, be sure to leave all of your various thoughts and opinions on this trailer, which your favorite part, and all that in the comment section down below. Interested to see what you guys have to say. And of course, if you enjoy my video and just hyped from what you saw in the trailer, why not drop a like on the video to show that support and hype. So just quickly before we actually jump into the trailer, Ryan Choi has been cast in Crisis on Infinite Earths. Now his character is described as a physics professor at Ivytown University whose seemingly normal life is changed when he learns he has a pivotal role to play in the upcoming Crisis event. Now he will be played by Osric Chow, who is from Supernatural, for those that watch it. It will be interesting to see if he folds into the Flash afterwards, because from what it says, he's not the Atom or anything. He doesn't really have any interest in that, I guess. So maybe this is his like almost origin story, or it sets up an origin that we might see happen in the Flash later. I guess we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, onto the trailer now. This trailer contains stuff from at least episodes 1, 2, and 3 at the minimum. There could be some stuff from episodes after that. Maybe episode 6, maybe one shot, which I think might be from episode 6. But I will try and point out specific episode numbers for certain shots in the trailer when relevant. But yeah, we start the trailer by seeing Barry in that goddamn helmet again. Jay Garrick's helmet, and you know, just exactly like last trailer. This time he's yelling Jay. We can hear him yelling Jay, and later in the trailer, sorry, you can see Jay Garrick standing near him when, like, I think that helmet's being hooked up to what it was in the previous trailer. So this does pretty much confirm, actually, I think it 100% confirms that the Joan Garrick rumor for Michelle Harrison, who of course we're used to seeing play Nora Allen. When we saw her in that previous trailer, it didn't really look like Nora Allen in regards to like the get-up. It looked almost like the Flashpoint Nora Allen, but not the Nora Allen we're used to. Because of the whole Jay Garrick helmet thing, there was the rumor about Joan Garrick going around before that as well, and I think this does confirm it. So it does appear we are on Earth 3, most likely, unless these two of Jay and Joan Garrick decided to come to Barry on Earth 1. Now, it will be interesting to see like why the helmet allows Barry to see all of this. Maybe the monitor has something to do with it, or maybe the helmet just is able to do it with, you know, various other technology hooked to it. I don't know. It will be interesting to find out. But we do have Barry repeating the whole like billions of possible futures we're seeing with billions of deaths line, and we're used to that. And once again, this is probably from episode 2, just due to the fact that the monitor is seeing Barry at the end of episode 1, which would kick off Barry, you know, delving deeper into the Crisis stuff. And also episode 2 is called A Flash of the Lightning, which is a massive Crisis reference for the Flash. So I think that would make sense that this would be from episode 2. But yeah. Now we do see a blurred out figure here walking towards the screen. At first, I thought it was Ralph in his elongated man suit. That's what it looks like to me, because it has like those like lines that he's like the silver lines on his purple suit. That's what it looks like to me. But is it actually Ralph? Like there seems to be like a glowing thing, like a red glowing thing in the person's left hand or on their left wrist. If I had to make a guess, I would say it's Ralph, because it does look like Ralph, just from like I guess from a blurred standpoint, but it could be someone else. Do you think it is someone else, or do you think it's Ralph? Let me know, because I'm sort of not 100% sure on who it actually is. I'm sort of like stuck between a couple of different options, but if I had to pick one, I would say Ralph, but let me know what you think in the comments. Now we then get to see the notorious, and no, not Notorious B.I.G., but the notorious 2024 article with Cisco saying, "We have to stop you from vanishing." Now, this shot is the one from season 1, I'm pretty sure. episode 1 of season 1, might I say. But it is good to know that this won't be a secret by the looks of it, just kept between Barry and Iris, because there's been stuff in the past, whether it's between Barry and Iris, Barry and someone else, where there's a secret kept, and it just causes issues. If people just open and allows everyone to chip in and try and help, and just allow something to happen better, or at least a group solution, if you want to call it. So it's good that it won't be kept secret for too long. But speaking of Barry and Iris, we see those two in the time vault. Now, this is most likely just after they learn that the date has changed for the whole Crisis on Infinite Earths thing, with Iris then asking, what do we do first? Now, it is hard to tell where this is in episode 1. Like, is it in the first 5 minutes? Is it 15 minutes through the episode? Is it 25 minutes through the episode? It's not, it's pretty hard to tell exactly when it is. I'd have to say it's probably towards the beginning of the episode. But I guess what they do will probably be set out later in that episode, that being episode 1, of course, specifically assisted by the Monitor, which will then lead into all the episode 2 stuff with like the Jay Garrick helmet and stuff like that. It's going to be interesting to see how episode 1 is set out, because it does seem like the whole Crisis thing will be, brought up early on, but we won't get Barry really being like led down a path until towards the end of the episode. So it will be interesting to see like what Barry's mindset is throughout the rest of that first episode before Monitor shows up. Like, is he freaking out, or is he just confused as to what to do? What's everyone else thinking? So that will be sort of interesting. Now, we then hear someone say, welcome to a world where anything can and probably will happen. Now, this is being said by that new African-American scientist character that was being cast. We weren't sure who exactly it was going to be, but now we know who the character exactly is. They don't say it in the trailer clearly, but as you can see in the top right corner here of this screenshot from the trailer, this is Chester Runk, or they say Chester P. Runk, but he's otherwise known as Chunk in the comics. Now, seeing that this dude appears to be a bit of an obsessive type, and I guess possibly a borderline conspiracy theorist, that is, I guess, pretty in line for a modern day take on the Chunk character from the comics. I'd say it's pretty in line, or it's at least like an interesting take on the character. Now, I guess the big thing is, will he be in most of the season? Or is he just going to be in episode 1 and maybe he gives some information to Team Flash on Crisis, or some like other anomalies and stuff, like hints at Crisis that he's picked up on over the past, whether it be a couple of years or just the past couple of weeks or months or something? That will be interesting. Now, if he is in, like, I guess, most of the beginning half of the season, he could be that like quote unquote real world view of what is going on with the multiverse, I guess, but specifically Earth 1 and all the different things that are going on. It would be cool to see, because really Iris West should be performing that real world view, but they sort of didn't do well with that early on, so it's hard to really segue her into that role now, because that's what she was really in season 1, that real world view, but they moved away from that, unfortunately. So maybe having this character here could bring that in, because I think it's needed to have that real world view of what's going on outside of just the view of Team Flash and stuff like that. So it would be pretty cool if that's what they decide to do with the character. Now, we do have Killer Frost appear in the trailer in casual clothes, which looks so random. I think maybe not just the casual clothes in general, but this, like, the vibrant yellow shirt and the jeans, like, it just looks really random on Killer Frost. But this just really emphasizes how Killer Frost will be doing a lot of Caitlyn stuff, if that makes sense, in this season. But she's trying to attack Barry. Now, you could argue, like, okay, is it real or not? Or is it just like a training thing? But she has one of her ice daggers out, which is a bit excessive. Like, what she does, just stab Barry. Like, oh, I've cut your main artery. Oh, you're bleeding out. Oops, I made a mistake. Wouldn't be the best thing. Bit of a workplace incident gone wrong. But this could be due to blood work, maybe. We know that, he's going to be almost integrated into Team Flash early on due to his relationship or past relationship with Caitlyn. So maybe he causes this. Who knows? But we do get to meet the new Harrison Wells, and as Cisco says, great, another angry one. Did I just say angry? Angry one. He's like an explorer type, by the looks of it. Now, apparently he has an Australian accent, so I have to wait and see if that is actually the case or not. But we don't really get too much of him. We don't hear him talk. We just see him swing in and pretty much attack Cisco. So that's all we really got for him. Now, we do actually see Barry as the Flash saving Caitlyn in jitters. Now, this is, we know in episode 1, due to the fact that Barry is wearing the season 5 suit. Now, for those who don't know, it seems like he gets the new suit right at the end of the episode, maybe like the last 10 minutes, and he has the season 5 suit for a good chunk of the first episode because, he versus Godspeed in it as well, which I'll reference again later in the video. But we do see like jitters shaking earlier on in the trailer, so I wonder what's causing all this. Maybe it's the same incident that's like that Joe's witnessing on the street when he's looking up. Maybe it's like another singularity or something like that. But it seems to be causing like some big issues. So, but we'll be interesting to find out. Now there is a guy getting punched out by someone in like a pretty dark room. This could possibly be Ultraviolet, who is that masked female character that will be in episode 6. That would be like I think the latest shot in regards to episodes that we have in this trailer. I might be wrong there. It could be Iris with a thing around her face, but it looks like someone has a mask on. And it could be Iris, it could be goddamn Cisco, because they have long black hair. But if I had to make a guess, I would say Ultraviolet, just based off what we know, but I'm not 100% sure though. But if you have any opinions, let me know. Now there is the pipeline cell exploding here. Now, there is an earlier shot where Barry's like looking at the pipeline cell. You get to see like the camera looking at him. And here you can see Barry watching on, but who's in that pipeline cell? Is it Bloodwork? Is it Monitor? Is it Godspeed? You can't really tell. Like, you can only see some feet. They seem to be wearing like black pants or black boots or something. It's from far away, so you can't really tell, and it doesn't really give off much. But they have to be pretty powerful to do this, I guess. But yeah, if you have any opinions, let me know, because I don't really know exactly who could be in there. Just the fact that Barry's watching on, that's the one thing we know. And the last thing of note from the trailer is that we do see Barry in the new Season 6 suit, which of course I think we are all in favor of, and we see him being smashed back into like some server things or like a power grid thing. Now it does remind me of the lab from the Godspeed episode in the future from last season. It could be the same one. We know that Godspeed takes on Barry in episode 1, but he was in the Season 5 suit, as I said earlier, in that fight scene with Godspeed from what we know. Unless Godspeed comes back and then Barry's in the Season 6 suit. Maybe Barry goes to the future, gets the Season 6 suit from the future, and then takes Godspeed on again in the lab. I don't know. We're just theorizing here randomly. That could happen, but I guess I'll have to wait and find out with this one. But this does look like the Godspeed lab. Like, it just looks futuristic, very white. Yeah, I don't know. Do you agree with me or disagree? I don't know. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, it'd be awesome if you could drop a like on it to show your support. Let me know in the comment section down below your favorite part from the trailer, what sparks your interest, if you want to call it, and just leave all of your various opinions and, I guess, theories in the comment section down below. And, of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. And, yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Goodbye.